Hold there! Stop you! Halt! I need to talk to you.
Another one.
I came to the New World for.
Making us look bad. I don't think I will find the culprit anywhere near. Maybe at the nearby
That will help us smoke.
Be at ease, Master Cormac. We are friends. The Finnegans were worried you might take matters into your own hands. I am Colonel George Monroe.
Colonel?
I came to help, but I see I am late. Thank you for dealing with these foul criminals. They were a blight on New York.
What do you care? You redcoats are nothing but landlords. The townsfolk here are grinding away, trying to make a living.
I cannot blame you for having that impression. Some of my comrades have been less than helpful. But I take a different approach.
And what is that?
I care. I want to see these colonists safe and prosperous.
Noble words.
Perhaps actions will convince you otherwise, Master Cormac. Here, reclaim what they have stolen. Now let us use some of that money for the good of the city. I realize you have no reason to trust me, Master Cormac.
You said you were a friend of the Finnegans.
I am. Their late son worked for me. You are much like him.
How so?
He cared, and he wanted to do good by the people. We shared a dream, he and I, that of making the world a better place. Mere survival is not enough. Full bellies, warm clothing. Freedom from want is the greatest freedom of all.
It almost sounds like you have goodwill towards the people you govern.
I do not govern, Master Cormac. I merely assist.
Let it be known that Morgan Thomas has been found guilty of buggery with a cow, a sheep, a turkey, and a mare. For his crimes against God.
See this neglected edifice, Master Cormac? We can make it better. Urban renewal is a new science, but one that has already proven effective on the continent. I've arranged for resources. Use them to improve that building.
What fine work!
The neighborhood will be much better now.
I suspect New York will prosper under your watch, Master Cormac. You can do great things for this city and its citizens. After all, a man needs purpose. Farewell for now, Master Cormac.
The Colonel strikes me as an honorable man. Someone who wants to do what's right. And he may have a point. With everything that has happened. With what I've done. I can't change the past. But maybe there's a future for me here. And maybe, just maybe, I can do what's right this time. I should head back to the Finnegans. Let them know I'm fine.
We have seasoned veterans among our ranks here, and yet we're...
Your homework complete. Your pizza work.
You want to help us rebuild this?
I'll need your boy again. Like, the trade's flowing in over here. We can scarce keep up. Right, I know, people.
Our efforts have been...
God's name are you doing? Guards!
Not a party to it. Leave me be.
Guards! Help!
He's about... He's about...
Shay, Colonel Monroe told us what happened.
You, sir, are a fool. But thanks.
Master Cormac, I am sorry to bother you when you were barely out of your sick bed.
No, I've had enough of being cooped up.
Then perhaps you could get a friend of mine out of trouble. He discovered a nest of criminals developing strange weapons. Look at these. Bullets as loud and bright as firecrackers. If we might have a moment alone. His name is Christopher Gist. And he might be in over his head. I fear these brutes will hang him like a dog.
I will not let those outlaws have another victim.
Good. The villains are entrenched at Old Fort Arsenal. I have urgent business in Albany. Please tell Master Gist to join me there.
Did you hear, dearie? They are hanging a man in the old fort.
Oh, 'twould be a to miss that.
Stop you! Bells! He's getting away! Ah! Thought you had lost us, huh? I'll catch up with you one way or another! Mark my word!
You there!
Can't
Stop!
see him
Just a normal man. He's bound to tire.
He's in my sight!
Ready to open fire!
Ready to take him down? Bells! He's getting away! Come on! Let's corner that rat! I'll catch up with you one way or another! Mark my word!
Christopher Guest! I'm Shay Cormac.
But what are you doing here, if you don't mind me asking?
The Colonel sent me.
Aha! Good show, Shay. Ran them right out of their own den.
Well, I was looking for a new place to live.
Well, don't put your name on the door yet. There may be a few men left on their ship. Look, the bird is nested right over there.
The Morrigan. What is she doing there? That's my ship, friend. Begging your pardon, but I must go fetch her back from those louts.
Oh, wait! I can hardly let you do that alone.
Help me if you can, then.
Keep your wits about you, Shay. Criminals are everywhere, and most of them look just like law-abiding citizens.
And they've been harassing the people who've nursed me back to health.
Sounds like good folks.
They are. Perhaps you know them. Barry and Cassidy Finnegan.
I've never met them, but I knew their son. Careful now. These ruffians can be anywhere. You can draw them out by making noise.
Oh, I've got something better than that.
Well, you seem to be more than capable of taking care of this matter. Tell you what. I shall find a new crew for your vessel, in case you have to leave post-haste.
glad I'll be back. These cockles are grass to bear that, oh yeah. I got you.
Hey! Jump!
I got you.
Where's the shot?
The alarm. So long. above! Now! Now you see me? Help! Help! This man is dangerous! I'm so glad I'm blasting you.
Hey! Hold a moment! I can't wait to see my blade buried in your heart!
She's a fine ship. And true to my word, I found a crew for her. I did leave one position unfilled, though. Tell me, Shay, do you have a first mate?
He's long gone.
Then I apply for the post, Captain.
Welcome aboard.
As your first mate, may I suggest our next destination? The Colonel will be expecting me to report back.
My thoughts exactly. Colonel Monroe said he'd be in Albany.
Splendid! Captain's helm! The Colonel waits on Albany. I wonder what he has in mind for us to do next.
Us? I thought you just wanted to check in with Monroe. Not sign me up for the army.
Not at all, Shay. But I admire the Colonel's ideals and want to make them happen.
What kind of ideals?
Secure borders, prosperous farms, fair trade. We need those in these wretched colonies.
Sounds like a high-minded utopia.
It rather does. Want to help make it happen?
Colonel Monroe is an intriguing man, and he certainly seems honorable. We'll head for Albany. After that, I'll see.
Splendid. Full sail ahead, lads!
We're heading hard for land, sir!
Crowd it all on! Trim us off the wind!
Anchor!
What service can I provide? My thanks for your trust, Captain.
In good health, I see.
Thanks to the captain here.
'Tis a fine vessel, Captain Cormac.
Thank you, Colonel Monroe.
Master Gist, Did you learn more about our conspirators and their new weapons?
Well, only that their base of operations is a French fort further downriver.
It's a little close for comfort, isn't it?
If the French have installed a fort in our territory, they are likely preparing an assault. New York could burn. Will you join us, Master Cormac?
Aye. Enough innocents have died already.
Might I suggest we improve our vessel? The Morrigan is good, but with a few more supplies, she could be unstoppable. And there's a French outpost nearby I happen to know.
I like the sound of that. What sort of business are the French up to there? Just occupying the territory?
It is an economic incursion more than a geographical one. Some of the ruffians are sponsored by enemies of the colonies. They intend to undermine local authorities.
I've heard they steal from civilians and resell essential goods
Cliff
for
ahead,
10
sir.
times the price.
It's always the little fella who gets skinned. Fire! That's not Colonel. You and Gist here seem inspired. Is there something in the water? Or in the whiskey?
Now why do you say that, Master Cormac?
I think Shay here is skeptical about our intentions towards our fellow man.
I understand, but there is no need. I simply want these colonies to be a place of safety, development, and purpose.
Funny. I thought rich men wanted them to be a place of profit.
I am not a rich man, Master Cormac. Money is a means to an end, not an end in and of itself.
Have fun now, says you. I think it's a fine end to a game of cards. Anchor away!
Best possible pass and best
No
possible
enterprising
flying.
artisan should be without my trusty tools by his side.
Cette vie de pionnier russe.
Oui, tu devrais te montrer plus prudent.
Ça marche. Va rejoindre Tremblay. Réveille-le s'il dort encore. Lefebvre, Marcelin est en train de dégueuler sa vie. Je te colle sa patrouille. Arrête de gueuler, Landry. Fais ta patrouille, on en reparlera demain. Ça marche. Va rejoindre Tremblay. Réveille-le s'il dort encore. Lefebvre, Marcelin est en train de dégueuler sa vie. Je te colle sa patrouille.
Arrêtez ce rat. Encore ce racisme. Il y a donc pas moyen d'être tranquille ici. Quelqu'un s'amuse encore avec de la poudre noire. Arrêtez ce rat. Quelqu'un... C'est pas...
Épargnez-moi.
Hey, on n'est pas bête à ce point. C'est l'alerte. Regardez, rattrapez-le. Rattrapez-moi, c'est termine.
Arrêtez un peu de lambiner, un
Toi, aïe. On se
Vous me maudirez plus tard. Pour l'instant, travaillez.
Quality of equipment in this city is too
Cabbage,
often
lettuce, and colors.
Good show, Shay. Now let's use those materials to give the Morrigan more firepower. We will need more powerful guns before we approach that fort. Go to your cabin. Splendid! That fort and their defenders will tremble before the Morrigan.
Unfurl, mate!
Your ship is in fine form, Master Cormac. That fort should offer little resistance.
I rather hope the frogs offer some, else this will be a dull day.
Never wish for battle, Master Gist. There is plenty around here for any of our lifetimes.
Besides, if we find the fort's commander, the French will surrender, no?
Indeed, that is a sensible strategy. But we will have to wear down the fort's defenses first. Otherwise, they will just
There's
dig
our
in.
target, Shane! Knock her down like a game of ninepins!
Begin by hitting her towers.
As the Colonel says!
Studs out! Let's get moving! Trim the yards off the wind!
Coming, sir! That's their weak spot! Take them,
Ready, Captain!
Fasten yourselves!
That's got them!
Fire! 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 Brace yourselves!
That's quite a win, Captain!
We're all alone, sir!
Damage report!
Fire!
They are firing on
Loose all and trim sharp to the wind!
They have reinforcements, sir!
They're coming after us, sir! Shoot them!
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Damn it! Straight to the deep!
Brace!
Enemy
Fire!
They are firing!
Fire!
They are firing a volley!
Fire! Fire!
Hey! Enemies firing!
Brace! Shoot the corpses and gallants! Fire! 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 Fire!
Put a shot through her there!
Fire!
I don't like that wind, sir!
Trains out! Let's go!
Superb! Now find the fort commander!
Arrête-toi! Oui, t'es derrière ta robe! On ne te laisse pas! Arrête, attends-moi!
Je peux tirer!
Tu n'échapperas pas à ton sort! Je crois que je peux l'atteindre.
Je peux la battre d'ici!
Hey, là-bas!
Coupez-lui la route!
Le chasseur.
Shay, it has been so long. Were you on a special mission?
Yes. From Achilles.
How interesting. So am I.
Don't make me do this, Le Chasseur!
Do what? Assassinate me? I thought that was your specialty.
We could both just leave.
You are always good at your business, Shay.
As were you. Tell me, what are you doing inland?
Special weapons. Poisonous gases to use against colonial authorities. I am merely a delivery man.
Then may your final delivery be swift. Le Chasseur was right. I had no other choice. If the assassins find out I'm alive, they'll come after me.
All I'm saying is...
Let me out.
Come on, don't lose the shit!
While you were busy taking down that fort, I happened to stumble upon the treasury.
You don't say.
It was the damnedest thing.
Captain Helmet!
The Colonel thanks and... The Colonel thanks and congratulates you, Shay. He has returned to New York. But you look troubled.
Do you ever wonder if you're doing the right thing, Gist? If you chose the right path?
I used to, my young friend, but not anymore. Not since I met the Colonel. And what's the question? The French are entrenched. Not since I met the Colonel. And what's the question? The French are entrenched in our territory. It's a...
Please accept my most sincere thanks.
Stop me! He's a fiend after my soul! Go!
Okay, please.
Better. We're still suffering.
Guards! Come help, please!
We've got these rest. I tell you, things have been...
lad. Not have you through your back.
Ah, Master Cormac. What you have learned from Le Chasseur was confirmed. The local lawbreakers are changing tactics.
What's their plan now?
Their boss has hired Benjamin Franklin to produce new weapons for them. He's very well guarded.
Benjamin Franklin? The scientist?
You have heard of him? Good. He is making equipment to spread gases among the populace. Toxic ones, as it turns out.
The populace? I thought they would use it against the authorities. Though that would be terrible as well.
The ruffians we have arrested refer to an intimidating woman. I believe she is behind these nefarious plans.
I'll look into this.
Thank you.
Hope. I pray it's not you.
What's Franklin working on?
Not sure, but it sounds explosive. The boss really wants Franklin isolated.
Uh-huh. No one interrupts his work. Really?
I'll give you a hand.
Shay! It is good to see you again. Your friend Hope said you were away.
I was. Sir, I've come to collect the results of your experiments.
Oh, well, it's a very good thing then. I just finished fixing the prototype. Here you go. I was preparing to leave for Philadelphia and then Europe. I was invited to lecture in London. Oh, would you be so kind as to inform Mistress Hope?
Of course. God, Hope. What are you doing with these felons? Turning the city against itself. What have you become?
Something the matter, Master Cormac?
No. Yes, just old memories.
When I am issued new recruits burdened with regrets, I tell them the surest way to lose them is with gunpowder.
You're right, Colonel.
This prototype seems very powerful. Use it with care, Master Cormac. Our intelligence says this thing can destroy certain fortifications, as well as injure several enemies at once. There is also a more subtle way to use it. Some of these grenades contain a strong sedative. Fire one into the crowd and they will fall asleep immediately. We should test this new weapon. Use it against that door. Go ahead, Master Cormac. Shoot the door. Go ahead, Master Cormac. Shoot the door. Good work. Good work. I think you are ready to turn this new weapon against the ruffians who would have used it. There is an abandoned factory nearby hiding a dangerous poison. Right now, it only causes sleep. But I fear those outlaws are distilling it. A more powerful formula could sicken or perhaps even kill most of you.
Then that's my first target.
Be careful, Master Cormac. We understand that the ingredients are highly unstable.
All the better. If I mess with this, maybe I can break the whole system.
You'll pay for this!
Get him! Trying to give us the slip, maggot here? I can get you here.
Are you crazy?
Stop this, you fool!
Are you crazy? Hey! What are you doing here? Are you crazy? He's getting away. Must I do everything here? I have as clear a shot as I can get. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Get down now! I can get him from here!
Must get out, or I'm as good as dead.
Ah, what marvelous destruction, Captain. I saw the smoke all the way from the Morrigan.
That should discourage those miscreants. New York is safe for now.
With all due respect, Colonel, it's going to take more than a few explosions to get rid of this kind of trouble.
The boy is right, Colonel Monroe.
Shay, was it? Congratulations. You just burned a whole lot of rats out of New York. I'm Jack Weeks. This is William Johnson. I don't know about him, but I'm pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
It is, terribly dusty here. I'm sure Shay can recount his adventures to us over a pint. Hey, the first round's on, the Colonel, huh?
Is something the matter, Master Cormac?
Just a little confused. I must have breathed some of that gas.
Some ale will do you good. Come, we are all friends here. You will be taken care of.
From the Colonel.
Dear Master Cormac, my apologies for the brevity of this missive, but it is time we were honest with one another. You have demonstrated your loyalty and resourcefulness to the Templar cause. And this despite, and perhaps because of, your assassin origins. The manuscript the assassin sought has been in my possession for some time. I reclaimed it when my men found you marooned. The Grand Master himself charged me to discover its meaning, a task I regret I have failed to complete. I leave it in your charge, Master Cormac. There is no one else I trust more. Now I leave for Fort William Henry, an ill-prepared garrison surrounded by hostile natives and the French army. We have requested reinforcements, but I doubt they will be forthcoming. I have no illusions that our resistance will be successful. I commit my life to the British Army, and my soul to the Father of Understanding. Yours, Colonel George Monroe.
Captain's helm!
Man your post, Gist. The Colonel's in trouble.
How do you mean, in trouble?
He's at Fort William Henry, facing impossible odds.
Get off your lazy arses, lads, and man your stations! We raise anchor! Sorry for the early libation, Captain. But you realize that it's been a whole year since we met? A whole year! Changed my life, you did. And for the better. You will forgive me if I have been celebrating without you.
A whole year. Gist, I've a question for you. How long have you known of my, well, former allegiance?
Oh, you mean the Assassins? I knew that ages ago, Shay. I may be drunk, but I'm not blind. Or did you think I would assume you had escaped from some homicidal circus?
Why didn't you say anything?
Well, the Colonel wanted us to avoid the subject so it wouldn't, you know, influence your decision-making. You saved my life out of pure selfless instinct, and helped countless others besides. If it were up to me, I would have made you an official Templar months ago.
Who is it up to, then? Monroe mentioned a Grand Master.
Oh, yes. The Grand Master of the Colonial Rite. You'd like him, Shay. His father was an assassin.
Really? He must have a story to tell.
What is the news from Fort William Henry?
The garrison is surrounded, and reinforcements are late.
General Montcalm has been blazing a path across the colonies for King Louis, hasn't he?
I rather wish he'd stayed home with his mistress.
His or King Louis's?
Either. Though I suspect the King's is finer.
Indeed. Madame O'Murphy is supposed to be quite the charmer.
And O'Murphy is in the French King's bed. Now I know you're pulling my leg.
Snowstorm!
Cargo adrift, Captain! Ready to fire, sir!
Loose all! Let's move!
All set! We're bearing down on those rocks, Captain! Flotsam, sir. Could be valuable cargo.
Ready, Captain!
They are foundering! Floating cargo for the taking, sir.
There's the gallant and bribes!
Cliff ahead, sir!
Reef! Short no sail!
Shay, you are a sight for sore eyes.
Jack?
Colonel Monroe surrendered to General Montcalm. The French and their Abenaki allies took Fort Henry. Johnson was supposed to bring reinforcements here.
I don't see anyone else.
The Abenaki are restless. They don't understand the terms of surrender and refuse to heed Montcalm. The colonel and his men were released this morning. They're walking into an ambush.
Wait here in case Johnson arrives. I'll protect the colonel.
Thank you.
Maybe I can finally repay my debt to him. I hope I'm not too late.
Your death is upon thee! From the shadows
Take that! Death to our enemies!
Good work.
That's the last of them.
Master Cormac.
Sir, we must hurry. We should bring what's left of your men to the Morgan.
A welcome offer, Captain Cormac. Follow me. Safe passage is ahead.
So if you don't mind me asking, what happened at Fort William Henry?
Poor planning and poor luck, I am afraid. Montcalm was able to bombard us for days.
Damn frog.
Actually, he acted with great honor. When we sent for parley, he returned an offer far more generous than anticipated. We kept our arm, and more importantly, our colors.
Only to walk into a trap.
I would hardly expect the French to defend us. Would you?
No, I wouldn't.
You continue to prove your loyalty to the Templars, Master Cormac. Risking your life for me.
We're not out of the woods yet, Colonel. As for my loyalty, well, I do owe you, don't I? You saved my life. Gave me a second chance.
We have been working together for a year. During that time, you have rendered many great services. Whatever debt you imagine you have towards me is paid, wouldn't you say?
Perhaps.
You live! Attack!
Take cover!
Time to keep together, men!
I'll take out as many as I can. Keep your men moving. I'll scout ahead and signal if there's trouble.
A sensible strategy. Very well. I will lead my men around slowly.
for your death! Resistance is not in your best interest! Desist!
Hurry. Segawasa will not relent.
Segawasa? You know this man, Master Cormac.
Aye, Colonel. He is one of Achilles' men. An assassin, as I was.
So they know I am a Templar. And now this assassin knows you live.
And work with Templars. I'm no fool, Colonel. The assassins will come after me next. We're both targets now. You know that's a trap, right?
Indeed, Master Cormac. But we have little choice. We survived French cannons, we will survive this.
Ready to open fire! Stop pretending to be a pussycat and come out! Together, my brothers and sisters! Got a shot! Come, follow me.
Loose the sails!
You heard the captain, men! Let's get out of here! Move! Move!
See!
I owe you my life, Master Cormac.
As do I, Colonel.
We have much to discuss. However, I must tend to my troops.
Sir, I will accompany you to Johnson's trading post at Onakwaga.
Then I shall depart at once. Master Cormac, meet me there.
Loose and trip too!
Wrong course!
Ease off the way! Tops, gallants, royals, studs!
Full sails!
Keep a safe distance and use the mortars on her!
Ship, Captain!
Squall, pick it up, Captain!
We'll be afraid of the long guns, sir!
I think we have lost them, sir.
Bearing dead straight to land, Captain!
Stars all but mates!
Away anchor!
Allez, plus vite on aura fini, plus vite on boira d'eau.
Non, ne me faites pas de mal. Je suis pas un soldat.
So, Colonel, it seems my life is an open book to you.
Men from my regiment found you delirious and half-drowned. I did not know who you were. But what you were was obvious. I brought you to the Finnegans for care. Their late son was one of our order.
Master Johnson was furious.
It was a risk, but I suspected you might have left your brothers behind.
Colonel, the manuscript, why return it to me?
Because, Master Cormac, you earned my trust. It could not be in better hands.
Respectfully, sir, I'm more of a target than you now.
Gentlemen, Kesekawase is rallying to storm Albany. His allies threaten a friendly Oneida village, and French troops have already entered our territory.
Might be able to delay the French and help the Oneida.
We will ready the defenses in Albany.
If we are to defeat Kesekawase and his allies, I need to help the Oneida and see what I can do about the French.
Laissez-moi tranquille, je suis innocent. Je suis innocent, les filles.
Not to pry, but would you happen to know if Kesekawase has any weaknesses?
He hasn't any. He was a scout and mercenary long before he joined the Assassins.
May Lady Luck be with you, then.
I make my own luck.
The Colonel exerts a certain amount of control over the army, or part of it anyway. But we'll need both the soldiers and their native allies if we're to set up a proper defense against Kesekawase.
What's in the cave? Halt! I need to talk to you. Stay alert, men.
Make sure you find them all! End up in such a sorry state.
Wager you didn't.
Another one left to rot. Any witnesses will come.
So long as we hold the old woman hostage, these Oneida will not help the English.
Boy, pull!
You have my gratitude, sir.
Hey! Hold
Thank you.
We'll teach you.
Blessings on you, sir. Thank you.
Halt! Let us have a word, chum. I'll make short work of you.
Thank you.
Venerable One. My name is Shay Patrick Cormac. I am a friend.
A friend indeed. You have the gratitude of my people, Shay Patrick Cormac. For as long as you shall walk this earth, you will have a place here among us.
My thanks.
It is I who thank you, young man. Would you be so kind as to walk with me? I am called Onata. There is a legend among my people. It tells of how the land under our feet was born, and how good and evil came into this world. The Sky Woman scattered her wisdom throughout our land. If you follow her path, you shall learn the true history of our people, and perhaps even uncover the reward locked within this cave. If you are the hero I believe you to be.
You honor me, Venerable One.
It is you who honor us, Shay Patrick Cormac. Farewell.
Trim the yards off the wind!
Drop anchor!
Captain overboard!
Longue vie au roi! Quel bain de sang! J'en ai assez de ces sempiternelles escarmouches! Hourra!
We sure showed those dogs who the true masters were.
We better...
To a battle well fought. We vanquished those French dogs. We better not run out of ale tonight. We vanquished those French dogs.
So I told the French, I fucked your sister in New York. You should have seen his face go red. Then I killed the little shite.
Let us drink to a battle well fought. We vanquished those French dogs.
I could have used some company tonight.
It's a pity we have not gotten paid in so long.
I could have used some company tonight.
It's a pity we have not gotten paid in so long.
Anchor!
Loose!
Some cargo from a wreck over here, sir.
Cliff ahead, sir!
Reach the quarters!
Captain! We have trouble on the
Steer clear of the mines, Captain!
Reef the topsails and gallants!
Half sail!
Ready to hit them!
What's your course, Captain?
Fire!
They're trying to flee!
Captain!
But
Fire! Right to the flag!
I would say
That's
that
them!
Captain has given us orders! Captain!
Fire! Weakest right there, sir! Ready to fire, Captain!
At all costs!
Fire! Captain! Put a shot to